Breaking the mental shackles of self-sabotage, module number 1. Here we go. This is so exciting. If I had known even one of the things that you are going to learn today, my life would have been as exciting as it is now 40 years ago. Of course, I was only 40 years ago. But anyway, this is exciting. This is serious, but it's also fun. Because once you raise your consciousness and recognize what it is that has been holding you back, your life will be forever changed. So I want to make sure that you have a pen and paper at hand during all of these videos for module number 1. Because once you understand what self-sabotage is and recognize it where it stands, your life will not only shift, it will be one of absolute fulfillment, filled with everything that could possibly help you in your life. Okay, so let's start immediately. If you've got a pen and paper, if you haven't, pause this video right now. Got a pen and paper now? Okay, because this takes action. I want you to be involved in every way, emotionally. I want you to use all of your senses. And when you start writing things down and recognizing the things that are self-sabotaging you, because most of us don't recognize what self-sabotage is. So let's begin immediately. What is self-sabotage? Now, for some, people will say, well, it's just me, you know, not doing what I really want to do. And so I'll like eat that pizza when I'm on a diet and I'll say I'll do it tomorrow. It's procrastination, it's resistance, it's putting off what we really want to do. But it's more than that. It's a very subtle, evil thing that is absolutely infiltrates us whenever we are ready truly to make a stand. You know, you may have read a book, you've been to a seminar, or something shifts in within you and you say to yourself, this is it. Now I know what I want to do with my life. I'm ready to change. I am going to have that body that I always dreamt of. I'm going to get energy. I'm going to start that business, or I'm going to put more passion into the entrepreneurial life that I am now living that's just like stagnant and going backwards. Or I'm going to start this new career. I'm going to really put passion and life and love into my family and my relationships. Or anything. I'm going to start that exercise program tomorrow. I'm going to write that book. I know that book's within me. I'm going to write that book. Then what happens is self-sabotage comes in. We've got to recognize it, because if you recognize it when it comes up, you will understand what it is. Self-sabotage comes in many, many different forms, and it's not just your mind. Because you see, you're going to get a lot more information as these modules continue, as you keep getting these videos, and you're going to be getting a lot of energy from me as well, through the divine, through me, to you, to help you break those mental shackles. Because you were born in this human body, this great spirit, and every one of you has a great spirit within you to do so much. But we get self-sabotage because we have energy blocks, which we're going to talk about soon. But let's first of all really understand what self-sabotage is. It is this insidious thing that believes that you have to stay where you are or even go backwards. It's ego, it's old paradigms, and it comes in many, many different forms. It comes in mental thought, telling you all these different things about yourself. You're not worthy, or you'll start it tomorrow, or you do start it and then you don't continue it. This is self-sabotage. These are the little thoughts in our head that have to be melted away and recognized when they come up. Because when you are ready to really change and you are about to do something that is really going to benefit you, even if it looks to the outside world like just a little thing like starting an exercise program, resistance, self-sabotage, Maya, whatever you choose to call it, will come calling. It doesn't want you to change. And it can also come in the form of other people. Other people. Because there is only one consciousness. So when there is one consciousness, you are going to attract into your life anything that will stop you from doing what you want to do. And the opposite is true once you break self-sabotage, which you will by the end of this course, forever. It'll be melted away. When it sees you coming, resistance will run away scared, screaming, "No, I'm melting, I'm melting." So let's let this wicked witch of the East be melted away. She is called self-sabotage. Let her be gone forever. Now, we don't blame the people. When people that we love, particularly ones that are close to us, our husband, our wife, our boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, closest friends, particularly friends that you've known for a long time, when they feel change erupting, bursting forth to be born within you, their own resistance, their own self-sabotage comes up with a big red flag saying, stop them. This is done at a very unconscious level. It's in the DNA, right from the beginning of mankind. It's in the DNA, which is be with the tribe. You must be one with us, be with the tribe, because if you're not with the tribe, we won't survive. So these old survival instincts that are in our DNA, we don't need them anymore to be one of the tribe. But the DNA is old, and it has to be melted away, and it can be. But you have to do it. You have to recognize it. So when you see that close friend who comes to you and says, look, darling, I love you, and I know you. So I don't think that this, starting this new restaurant or getting into this relationship or moving to this country or this city or starting this new job or, doing this particular exercise program is for your highest good. I feel perhaps if you did this thing with me, or if you did this other thing, they'll make it feel like they're putting you in a place of safety where you're going to be safe, because that's where they feel safe. On an unconscious level, they don't want you to change. Now, we don't judge them. We don't say, oh, you're to blame for me doing this, because you've created that. You've created them coming to you with these excuses for you to not do it. Oh, look, sweetheart, I don't want you to become that doctor that you really feel you want to do, or I don't want you to go and help the Mother Teresa Foundation, or I don't want you to do this or that because I don't want you to be hurt and I love you and I'd be worried about you. And they'll even come in the forms of your loved ones getting ill. Because remember, this is all illusion, this self-sabotage. Someone could even become ill, or something could happen where, oh, you're supposed to get to that meeting that you know that you were going to go to. You really wanted to go to that particular meeting to meet all these new like-minded friends, and someone that needs your help immediately, or your sister's kids just absolutely have to be babysitted by you right that minute. And you girls can really relate to this, particularly with women, because women will always be there as the caregivers. It's in your DNA, the tribe, I'm the caregiver. You have got to put on the oxygen mask first. Recognize self-sabotage comes in many, many different forms. In situations happening that could stop you. You get a flat tire, something like that. Thoughts, it's not just thoughts. It's many, many, many different things that will come up. And what I want you to recognize is when you're about to change and do something that's really spectacular for your consciousness, for you to gain wealth, to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be on your destiny, because remember, we are creating the destiny here with this whole program. Well then, and this is priceless information, but it's more than information I'm giving you. Already, me just speaking about this to you, resistance and self-sabotage thoughts and situations are coming up. Blast them away. Let's break those mental shackles. They are not real. And when they come up to you and they say to you, don't begin this book, you know nothing about writing a book. Don't go to that meeting, you have to change a tire, or you really should be more, thoughtful to your sister. She needs you to babysit. You stop it right then and then. Say, stop. You have no power. You are not real. So what I want you to do right now before we continue is I want you to write down, when you know that you've been wanting to do something that is going to really help you change and shift your consciousness and actually help your life be wealthier, happier, just absolutely beautiful, recognize what those self-sabotage things are, whether they've been thoughts or people. This isn't to knock them or judge them. This is just recognize them, because once you recognize those things, they're going to be fearful and they're going to run away from you, and they won't keep showing up until eventually by the end of this course, you are going to understand and you will notice that those things that used to come up and, take you backwards instead of forwards don't show up anymore. You stop attracting them because you're going to be melting them away. So what I want you to do is stop this video. Before we go on to the next video, I want you to write down the things that you know that have been self-sabotaged. You've been self-sabotaging yourself in your life. You know, whether it's been mental thoughts or, you know, I was going to start that exercise program, or the treadmill's been sitting getting dusty, anything that it is. Just recognize when they've come up, even in the past day, even in the past week. You know, there'll be things, people, situations that has stopped you. Even maybe watching this video. You might have had this video sitting there for 4 weeks for all I know, and you haven't watched it. Or you're like, oh, maybe I'm not really ready for that. I should get my money back. You know, all these things will come back and haunt you later, but you'll then get back into self-sabotage. Oh, I'll just watch this movie, I'll feel better. I'll watch some television, I'll have that pizza. I'll think about it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow when there's not all these people around. Do it now. Put that headset on if you've got to, if there's people around you. Write down those things that have been self-sabotaging you and they will disappear. So I want you to write them down before you go on to the next video. And also remember this is really important. The things that are really going to help you change and really, really get you on your life's person, help you evolve in every area of your life, will have the most self-sabotage, the most resistance to start with. But you can block them, not block them, melt them. Through this course, you are going to learn how. So let's write them down now. This is exciting. Self-sabotage, resistance is already going, oh no, I'm melting, I'm melting.